we're getting into that final, well, potentially final game. As you can see, same lineup yet again from
Pretty
these
much,
guys. I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing something crazy from Rage. They do seem to me like be the sort of team who'd go for something weird. But you know, you never know with this thing. It might be possible for them to actually pull this one back. This could be the beginning of a crazy
Comeback.
3-2
Streak.
win by Rage with their crazy
Yeah.
new strategy. But I think they're very, like you said, I think they're very uncomfortable on this map. I think they're maybe a little bit feeling the pressure. But their general mood is pretty good. I mean, they're still
Yeah, I mean,
joking and laughing around, so they're still having a good time, which I like. So
that's of course the most
Uli
important.
is still a thing? Question mark.
I think they're mistaking the team a bit, although well, not completely.
No, there's a lot of Finns in there. That's for sure.
So right now it's actually well, I mean, what can I say? The same sort of move we saw previously on this side. So Prooo deciding to rush towards the west side of the map, towards the 2K and 3K K2 K3 line.
Yeah.
Points basically, because they can position their KV1Ss like they did before, and it seems they're going for exactly the same move.
Yeah, and
And
it's funny as well because it's as if Rage have watched the game of the last match on the stream now and are just going for a copy move of the enemy team this time round. Rage basically setting up on that sort of D7, 8, 9 line, looking for a bit of a push, and both teams again going to their. I mean, the map kind of forces this situation because these two positions that we see, the position that you're seeing on the stream right now, and that is a nice lineup you can see right there. The position you're seeing right now, plus on the other side that push along the line, it kind of forces that strategy because those two strategies are the best for those sides, right? I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
that's just the way the map is.
Exactly. When you start at the north, getting into that eastern valley.
Yeah.
It's great. You can get there really fast, and you can sort of take control of it, and that pretty much gives you a view on the entire open part of the map, maybe excluding the valley on the west side of the map, which is what
where the other team is going to go.
Exactly. However, I believe in the last match where we saw Prooo starting south, they did not. Rage did not see them.
Yeah.
Do the entire sort of move. It all sort of went down around the southern cap, so Rage might not know, unless they saw the stream also, what their enemy was doing right now. But
yeah,
already we saw some spots there, really quick ones though.
Yeah, I
3
wonder
Hellcats
if
were
that was a
spotted.
good proxy. I wonder if that was a good proxy, to be honest. I mean, it hasn't. Yeah, well, it has. It has given up a pretty large defensive move by the guys from Prooo.
Yeah.
They are ready for this.
Oh yeah.
But I think actually the guys from Rage are not that stupid. They're not going to go over there, and I think they might have done not a bad move in the sense of forcing Prooo into a really sort of defensive formation now. If they can get some kind of flank going on at this point, I mean. That's what I think I would be doing at this point. I think I would be trying to send like a 4 or 5 man team on the opposite side of the map and try and lure out a mistake from the enemy team at this point. You've got to like put them into a situation where they don't know which side to face, because it looks like Prooo are moving very, very much together as a team. So now they're all facing that 8-9 line. They're ready for it. And if you actually now had a strike team of, say, 5 Hellcats pushing in from the 1-2 line, they would be in a lot of trouble. And as they scramble back, you can then push over on that 8-9 line.
Definitely.
line.
Of course, the approach through this valley is also guarded by the KV1Ss. The problem, I believe, Rage faces now is that in this position on the map here that Prooo has taken, it is really difficult, in fact, to flank them. Because you can come through the valley here, but you're basically exposing yourself to the KV1Ss, to the Hellcat there on the top. It would probably go down, but also be able to spot. I mean,
yeah,
it's already taken
they
a few
would
hits.
give you the time you need for the enemy team to recover
Exactly,
from that, that's for sure.
And all of the forces here, basically defending the other side of the valley, are also covered from the north. So we all see them aiming towards the east, but all their sort of tanks are covered by the small hills and rocks and bushes here from the north side. So really a tough nut to crack for Rage, but they should learn from Prooo when they were playing on this side.
Yeah, I mean, I would be at this point just creeping forward, trying to get the spots out at this point, getting my artillery to take some shots. I mean, we've already seen a few artillery shells hitting around the map, and there we go, another one just hitting there. A couple of shots going, and they are taking some guess shots, and that is the right thing to do, I think, at this point. They definitely have the advantage in the fact that they can just fire on this position, and wow, that Hellcat was very, very lucky right there. But yeah, as you said, this is going to be a really, really tough position to assault at this point. The defense is almost perfect from the guys of ProNooby, and they really need some good hits from Ruster in the FY304 artillery before they can actually do something to actually attack on this one. But look how fast that artillery can relocate to a new position.
Keep up with the camera.
It's absolutely incredible speed that thing can go at. And I think really that's how the team is being so effective so far from ProNooby. The fact that they have a team that just can react instantly. I mean, the Cromwells with those Hellcats can immediately relocate to a new position as soon as they need to. They're all constantly moving around, readjusting their position. Very, very hard to get hit by those kind of guess shots because the bush that they're hiding is constantly changing. So it's going to be very, very tough for the guys from Rage coming in. But they have still 9 minutes of the game, and neither team has lost a tank yet. So it's going to be a lot of kind of guessing it out. And looking at the lineup right now from the guys of Rage, they're really in even more of a defensive line than the guys from ProNooby, and ProNooby look like they're going for something here.
Seems like they decided to
they're like, that's it,
not
we're
wait
just
it
gonna
out.
kill them.
I was in the chat before with the ProNooby team before the game. That's where you probably heard me typing furiously away at my keyboard. They did say that they are hoping this will be the last game. So they are hoping to take this win because, well, I mean, they've already got the advantage. They can take some risks to sort of hammer in this advantage and walk away with a 3-0 win in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, every team wants that. No team wants to win on a draw. Like, this map isn't made for finals. Yeah, I think that you think that because you're losing, dude.
Could be.
I think that it's interesting having this map after 2 small maps. Because I think that it forces out these weird playstyles, and neither team is very comfortable. And for them, that sucks, but for us, that's great.
Yeah, I mean
it's great to see these upsets, and it's good. There you go. But it's made for us. There we go. It's made for Loai, that's for sure. That guy is my new favorite artillery player. Jesus, I'd be interested to see if we see him in one of the pro teams soon, especially if the artillery get changed back again.
Seems like some smack talk going on there, but in fact this might be a pretty clever ploy by ProNooby. So
keeping them talking,
yes, keep them
making
talking
some maneuver. They feel like they're still camping here, but a great push by those Cromwells as we follow them, doing a really, really, really deep push into the back line there, staying as far away as possible. And first Cromwell is just spotted by the guys from Rage. I think that was the Cromwell there of Lucio.
Yep.
He is. There's some shots coming down on, but it's just a Cromwell. They're not sure, but they are pinging the map now. Looks like there's a lot of pings going out as well now, so Rage might be slightly overreacting to this. But we will see. Rage actually going for a very defensive strategy, but Rage has a very strangely positioned Hellcat on basically the K9 or K8 line, right at the back of the base, just going for some kind of counter-cap strategy, I think. So
that is great.
I'm interested to see how that comes out.
Yeah, because that's a nice idea, but as you can see on the map here, ProNooby have left 4 of their Hellcats back to defend the base.
And did you see that Lucio really cleverly knocking down as many trees as he's actually aiming for the trees? So he's trying to make it look like there's more tanks there. Whoa, but that was a great shot. Yeah, he's trying to make it look like there's more tanks there than there really is. But the thing is, there is a lot of tanks there, so I'm not really sure how that's working out. I
think they're just trying to bait right now, trying to bait Rage. Trying to bait shots and bait Rage into showing themselves for the RT to take the hits. And we already see, nice shot there on the Cromwell. But we already see, as you can see, the ProNooby team here positioned slightly off to the side, but at an elevated position. So as soon as someone like we see that Cromwell there pokes their head.
Let's see how fast delivery lasts.
So he pokes his head over that. That's what ProNooby are hoping for. They have him spotted, and immediately 4 or 5 shots come in. RT shot follows up, misses this time. But we see sort of how ProNooby are thinking. They're all about using their super maneuverable tanks to bait the enemy into making mistakes. Of course, doing that, as long as you have the initiative, is super beneficial. I mean, it totally messes up the enemy team's strategies, because you can start to build strategies. Obviously, the emotions are high, so it's probably not easy in TeamSpeak to discuss strategies right now.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of yelling going on about where shots are coming from. No pings yet that I've seen on either side, so I think both teams have now calmed down a little bit.
Well,
we get into a situation very similar to the last game, where both teams are kind of strung out across the map because neither team really knows where the majority of the enemy force is, and that's really forcing them into a situation where they don't know exactly where to put their strength. And I think ProNooby, like you said, are just trying to bait out that giveaway of where that force is actually coming from. So it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens in this one. And those Cromwell's in a great position right now, looking for that. Actually, only 4 minutes left, so the teams are going to start feeling quite a lot of pressure to actually make some sort of maneuver
yes,
on this.
and we did see Loai just now in chat suggesting for them to sort of gather up and rush. So I think they're going for it. Actually, we do see some minor movements from some tanks, but it seems most of them are still keeping their positions.
Sorry, had to cough. Yeah, I don't think... Oh,
wow.
Awesome shot. That is going to change the tide of the battle totally. That's 6 points lead for the guys. Wow, that's going to be very, very interesting. 6 points is going to make the strategy very, very different indeed now. Really, all that the Rage guys need to do is pull back and defend at this point. That 6 points is incredible and amazing, amazing shot from that KV-1S, practically across the entire map to make that kill.
So, really, really well done there. However, it's ProNooby that are clustered around the Rage cap here, and they have the line of sight on it. Rage need to climb over the hill to be able to defend their own cap. So ProNooby not only have the advantage here of better positions, they can first position their tanks around the cap with line of sight on the sort of crest, the top of the hill there, and just put one tank into the cap. Just one tank, and everyone else will just be focused on taking out whoever shows their turret over the hill there.
That's the thing, is the map, the cap zone on this map is so open, and it looks like, there we go, that Hellcat just edging closer and closer to try and get into that. Still 3 minutes to go. There still could be a massive change in the battle so far, and that Hellcat is going to be... yeah, he's in a lot of trouble if he actually stays there, but he is managing to get some great spots out, getting away with no damage whatsoever, really nicely done. But now it really is forcing ProNooby into maybe a maneuver they don't particularly want to make, because they are that tier point difference down, but actually still getting some really good trades off across the map here. That's really good for them so far.
Definitely. I mean, obviously Rage would probably prefer to wait it out, because it's just 2 minutes and they do have that advantage. They are sending tanks that are preferably like full health over the hill to try and take out another tank. And there we go, more damage coming onto KL6C here.
Easy to pronounce name.
Yeah, he might go down here if he does. Oh, that's
and
really
there
unfortunate.
we go, down already. I just noticed you might need to change the score on the other thing.
Oh right, yeah. Should update the score also.
So that is 12 tier points down for the guys from ProNooby here, and that is putting them in a lot of position. I mean, at this point, I think what I would be doing is, okay, so this game is a loss unless we do something drastic, and here we go. It looks like they are going to be going for something now. They do need to do this. I mean, it's lost either way. So, if they lose one tank or all their tanks, it's not going to help them in any way. So all they can hope to do is potentially get a good rush off here, get some kills, and actually that could put them into a draw situation, which would be better for them. And no damage actually going out onto the Simon.
Yep, the Simon 9.
I like his name more than even the Bennett guy. But yeah, now that Hellcat pushed right up, it's funny they could have done that before. I'm very surprised they didn't do that until now. Actually, still 1 minute to go, so that is going to cause a lot of push.
Already 3 tanks down.
Enemy base cap coming in now, so here we go. The cap going in. They're going for some pressure to try and hold that cap. A minute is enough time to cap the base for that tank, and 2 tanks in the zone now.
They put 2 tanks in the cap and the rest on forward positions just to stop the enemy from advancing onto any hill that would give
Yeah.
them line of sight of the cap.
So far, a great idea. They're just really holding them up, and they're just taking tanks down. And it's going to need to be a very, very heavy push from the guys from Rage. And this strategy so far doing a great job. And just interrupting the cap there. That is going to interrupt just long enough. And actually now,
I believe right now they just decided to retreat. One Hellcat already going in, deciding to do some more damage, do some more decap. Vemetada, they're being really quite this sneaky thorn in the side of Prooo here. He definitely... Oh, and another tank goes down. So
yeah,
this
that
time
is
definitely go